From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Hi everyone. Well, before we get into the forecast here and we kind of start talking a little bit about the fires, I want to let you know of a great resource that you have. You can go to weathernorcal.com. Here's the homepage. I'm just going to kind of scroll through it here. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down. This is the top of the page right here. We're going to scroll down below the 24-hour streaming channel, and you can see the fire right here. That's the fire danger. So you click on the fire danger, and what it will do is the very top of it, it will have Watch Duty app on there. And we can just keep scrolling down. You can click on any of these fires to get information. You can see the information with any evacuation watches and warnings and all that good stuff, and not to mention the orders. So that's a really good resource there. You can also keep scrolling down and you can get to all the different fire danger in here, all the different watches and warnings, and of course the evacuations here as well. So be sure to check that out because it really is a great resource as far as finding out the latest on the fires. I'll do what I can throughout the day to kind of give you updates, but overall what we're looking at here is these fires are mainly burning off to the north and west. This is the latest look at the satellite kind of detecting the heat signatures from the fires. So what's happening is we're starting to see those fires get less active that we've seen here over the last 24 hours, and they're still fairly active to the north and west. And that's to be expected because this is really where we saw the biggest outbreak of those thunderstorms, and not to mention the fires from those thunderstorms. So the smoke is certainly going to be a factor here. I think as we go into tomorrow morning and even into late tonight, we are going to see some of that smoke make its way down into the valley. So it's going to probably be a little smoky maybe as you wake up early in the morning. Here's about 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. The smoke may start to dissipate, but I expect in the early morning hours for the valley to still smell some smoke out there. And then it should start to dissipate. Still a little bit hazy out there throughout the day tomorrow, but most of the smoke will be in the vicinity of where the fires are off to the north and west. So here's the deal. We've got more scattered showers and thunderstorms here through the weekend, mainly in the mountains, with a big cool down this weekend. It's been really hot the last few days, including today. But starting tomorrow, temperatures are going to start to drop, and they'll drop even more over the weekend. And more rain? Next week, we're going to talk about a hurricane right now over the Pacific that could have a slight impact on our weather. Let's take a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. Actually clearing skies tonight, but there you can see we're already seeing temperatures begin to drop here. Let me get that cursor out of there. So you can get about 100 degrees for Redding, 98 degrees for Red Bluff. And there you can see Chico, about 97 degrees tomorrow. So yes, we're starting to see those temperatures begin to drop. Here's what it looks like in the mountains. Yeah, we've got chances for showers and thunderstorms pretty much anywhere you go in the mountains here for tomorrow. Temperatures only reaching in the mid to upper 80s and maybe even some 90-degree readings out there for some of the warmer spots. So the low pressure system that's been responsible for transporting that moisture in Northern California is continuing to slowly shift to the east. As it continues to move to the east, our chances for showers and thunderstorms, at least from this low pressure system, will begin to kind of move on out. But we've got more activity coming in behind that. We'll talk about that here in a second. Let's take a look at Futurecast. We'll take you into tonight. It's all pretty much gone. So, you know, we've been looking at some overnight events, but now we're not looking at any disturbances moving through. So as a result, we actually get a bit of a break from the rain and not to mention thunderstorms. Okay. Now we go into Friday. Around midday, we're starting to see some thunderstorms popping up in the eastern mountains and even into Modoc County, and then through the afternoon off to the west. So all of the mountains are seeing just the isolated thunderstorms here throughout the afternoon on Friday. As we go into Friday night, we'll probably see another weak disturbance kind of move off to the north and west here. That continues, and then as we go into Saturday morning, 2 a.m., looks like most of it's pretty much gone. And then as we go into Saturday around noon, more thunderstorms just beginning to pop up. And then looks like more isolated thunderstorms for the higher elevations before it moves out for the most part by Saturday night. Now, we are seeing a little bit of activity here. Another weak disturbance passing through Saturday night into Sunday. Now, Sunday's still a chance for some mountain thunderstorms before we're starting to feel the impacts of this right here. This right now is Hurricane Hillary. It's moving off to the north and west right now. It's got speeds of over 100 miles per hour. You do have it at a Category 2 hurricane as we speak, and it will continue to get stronger as it moves to the north and west. So as of 2 o'clock this afternoon, it was a Category 2 hurricane at 110 miles per hour. This is expected to track to the north and then move pretty much off the coast of the Baja Peninsula. So by 11 a.m. Sunday, it'll still be a Category 2 hurricane, and even 11 p.m. Saturday, a Category 3 hurricane. So you're talking about some pretty impressive swells that could create some localized coastal flooding. There will most likely be some heavy rainfall and gusty winds associated with that. So we're probably going to hear about some flooding issues, landslides, mudslides, debris flows, all that in the Baja Peninsula area. Now, that will then make its way into Southern California. It's still debatable as to whether or not it will still be a tropical storm as it moves through Southern California, but by 11 a.m., there you can see on Monday, it'll be a tropical, what's known as a tropical depression with gusts, should we say, winds about 35 miles per hour, not to mention the rain that will be associated. So some gusty winds for Southern California as we go into Sunday night into Monday, gusty winds and heavy rain down into Southern California. Now watch what happens as it moves northward. I mean, it just turns into an area of low pressure. Winds of around 25 miles per hour, not a major issue. However, with winds picking up with this low pressure system, this could create problems, especially into Oregon, where you're going to be looking at fanning a lot of the fires that they have in Oregon. And it could even fan some of the fires that we have here in Northern California. Hoping to maybe get some rain out of this, but as of right now, Futurecast really not showing much in the rain out of this system. That all being said, for Monday, I have included a chance for rain for everyone as that low pressure system kind of scoots off to our east. Here's a look at your temperatures now. Look at these temperatures dropping, especially by the second half of the weekend and early next week. We're down to the upper 80s and low 90s. So finally some relief from this heat. Now for tonight, I'm actually expecting mainly clear skies. So as opposed to last night where we saw the overcast skies and the rain and even thunderstorms, not the case here tonight. Temperatures dropping down into the low 70s here for the valley. Tomorrow, yes, it's looking a lot better temperature-wise. Still in the upper 90s, mid-90s over Oroville and Willows, 100 degrees for Redding, and of course for the mountains, you've got the isolated thunderstorms. I don't anticipate any activity here for the valley. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook, and there you can see for Siskiyou County all the way through Tuesday, there will be a chance. It looks like isolated thunderstorms here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's also the case for Modoc County and the eastern mountains, and then of course that chance for showers. Now, it looks like Susanville and even Alturas, Modoc County, eastern mountains, seeing chances all the way through next Thursday. So unfortunately, that could also mean the potential for lightning strikes as well. So that probably will continue at least off to the east, not as much as you start heading west, say into central Siskiyou County. Your 7-day outlook for the valley. Yeah, temperature is still pretty hot here for tomorrow, and not to mention Saturday, but look at that nice drop. Now, for Monday, just for the sake of that area of low pressure expected to be here from the remnants of Hillary, I'm putting in a chance for showers. As of right now, the forecast models really aren't picking up on much any rain, but I'm going to include that in there just in case. So just be prepared for the fact that that may happen. But otherwise, much cooler. Upper 80s, low 90s, starting Sunday all the way through Thursday of next week.